Okay, so let us start. Let the awareness come back to this body. Just feel your body. This body is sitting here and breathing. So bear in mind that the breathing is belong to the body, not you. Now be a humble knower to this breathing body. And withdraw your hands away from the breathing. Don't disturb the breathing. You can rely on the breathing, but don't interfere. Just like a drop of dew is lying on the lotus leaf, but it's not attached to the leaf. It's a balance between relying on and not attached. So when we are knowing the breathing, we are doing the same. Your attention is on the breathing. You are going into it. But don't attach to it. You are relaxing yourself into it. The natural breathing is a secured dwelling place for our mind. Stay in place. You can stay here and rest here. But don't disturb it. Just let the breathing be completely natural. Let it breathe in whatever ways you like. If the body wants to breathe long, just let it breathe long. If it wants to breathe short, just let it breathe short. If the body doesn't want to breathe, just let it stop breathing. Allow it. But you can follow it. You are the follower of the breathing, not the leader. And keep your humble attitude. The humble attitude makes your mind relaxed. Because the mind doesn't need to maintain a big self. A big self means the master or the manager. So when you are small, you are not the one to manipulate. Now you just follow and see. Now only when the self is small, then the breathing can be natural. Now it's a liberation of breathing. And allow this natural breathing be the leader. It is the rhythm of the nature, and it leads our body and mind. And you can completely rely on it, trust it. Let your whole body relax in the breathing. And after you settle down your body, then now let the brain take rest in the breathing. Every breath you take is a kind invitation to the brain to relax. And you can tell the brain, now it's time for you to rest, and you can sleep if you like. Just relax and sleep in the rhythm of breathing. if your brain is breezy and active, you can pay more attention on the feeling of relaxation. To the feeling of relaxation. And you can relax deeper into the brain. And let it take a deeper rest in the breathing. And maintain such a deeper relaxation. And be careful not to disturb the brain. And sometimes you may be deluded by the thoughts. And once you are aware, just come back and restart at the present moment. And forget the past every moment and relax every moment. And you can try to feel the weight of every thought. They are so heavy, and it is tiring to think. Let the brain be lazy to think. And these are the skills of relaxation. If you can feel the heaviness of thinking, then you know how to relax. Then you can relax the brain. And you need to maintain such relaxation for a while so that the brain remembers. Don't try to relax. Relaxation means the reduction of effort. Stop and stop disturb to the brain. We are thinking continuously because we are paying effort continuously. Find such effort so you can relax. Actually, it is kind of stop doing. And let the brain rest in breathing. Resting means a reduction of effort. And let the brain gradually rest into the breathing. feel the weight of thoughts every breath and keep relaxed. Don't stir up such heavy things. And remind yourself, always be humble. We will forget this again and again. Because this is going against the ego. Every breath, keep the brain undisturbed. And wait with a humble mind. And when we accumulate the time of relaxing the brain, then gradually it becomes peaceful. We can still allow it to rest in such peace. And you will recharge energy from resting. And let it take rest in the natural breathing. And let your mind simply wait with reducing effort. Simply wait until the relaxation of brain becomes stable. Keep your humble and non-disturbing mind. When the brain becomes stable, then you can move to the area of the chest. At the center of your chest, here is a boundless space. Let it breathe naturally in such space. And kindly invite to relax. Invite your heart to open and be happy. In the area of your physical heart, there accumulates a lot of emotional stress. Kindly invite it to release. Release all the stress to the nature, to the natural breathing. Our breathing is the breath of the nature. And it embraces everything. When your heart is relaxed, then the whole chest area be full of peace and harmony. This is the natural, balanced emotional state. When we don't disturb the nature, then things will become natural and balanced. And don't disturb this harmony in every breath. And just like you are holding a bowl full of water, bowl is completely filled up with water. And you need to be very careful and don't disturb this bowl. So now this balanced emotional state is this bowl of water. Be humble and be careful. Don't disturb it. When we get used to this non-disturbing mind, then the effort that we need to pay to maintain such mind gradually reduce. And you can just let everything be natural. Actually, when our mind is not disturbing, then the nature will show its natural face. Everything becomes the nature, becomes the Dhamma. And the further relaxation is to relax the mind itself. And feel this knower, and you may find that it is still paying some effort to maintain something. That is the attachment to the ego. The impression of self. Every kind of impression of self means the boundary of mind. Of mind. And the mind need to pay effort to maintain such boundary. And feel such heaviness of maintaining the boundary and let it go. relax the mind and be lazy to take up any identity. Okay, now let us share our merit. It is merit of meditation shared to, offered to our triple gem in the mind. May this mind grow in the triple gem. And may all sentient beings share our merit too. And may they all can grow in triple gem. Okay, any questions? Yes, Timothy.
Hi, John. Thank you so much. Ajahn, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Ajahn, how about now? Good?
Okay, better. But maybe it will be even better if you come closer.
Ajahn,
Yes.
any particular time do you find for yourself, for your own meditations, most conductive?
What you mean? What time? What?
What's the best time do you find for yourself to meditate?
Oh, okay. You mean my case, right?
Yes.
Well, for me, in the morning and in the time that I want to meditate.
So anytime.
Yes.
But morning, you feel the best, yeah?
Yeah, the best time to meditate is the time that you feel like to feel and you want to meditate.
Perfect. Thank you. So basically, your own natural feeling. Okay.
Yes, because our mind will be easily be peaceful when it likes to be peaceful. When
Don't
it is
force it.
willing to be peaceful, then the meditation will be very easy.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Our mind is easy to be peaceful when we are being with the Dhamma or listening or thinking about the Dhamma.
Khao 통역.
Our mind is easy to be peaceful when we are staying with the Dhamma, or we are thinking or reading Dhamma. Because when we are thinking about Dhamma, then it is a time that we are away from the delusion of self. In all the defilement, including the 5 hindrances, are based on the ego. So it's very important to live with the right view, to live with the Dhamma. And our awareness should be combined with the right view. So just like all the observations should have a perspective, our awareness should have a view, the right view. That means the right perspective. If we are not with the right view or the view of non-self, then we are with the view of self. Normally, we are understanding the world from the perspective of self. So the practice of Dhamma, the practice of meditation is to train our awareness with us to stay with the right view. And if our mind is always awake with the right perspective, then peacefulness is easy. Okay, any more questions? Yes, Timothy.
All right. Do you feel it's important to keep your awareness 24/7, including when you sleep, or not?
Yeah, just as much as you can, but don't be too nervous to do that. Because when you are nervous to keep the mindfulness, then actually you drop into the 5 hindrances, right? Because nervousness is one of the 5 hindrances that is belong to the aversion.
But in Theravada tradition, you told me before, there is no practices during sleep time, right? There is nothing like that.
It's not necessary.
It's
But
not.
if you like, you can. You can try.
But
But
is
get yourself too nervous.
Is there any technique that you are aware of to get yourself to the lucid dreaming stage to practice?
Personally, I'm not doing that. But I think if you can cultivate your mindfulness to a higher level, then it'll be easier for you to maintain awake when you're sleeping. But such mindfulness should be a humble mindfulness. It's not a mindfulness of the master, but a mindfulness of the knower.
But if you are keeping your awareness during the daytime as much as possible, do you think it will carry as well through the night automatically?
Yeah. Easy. Yeah.
Okay.
And yes. Yes, Karen. No voice.
소리가 안 들려.
I'm not sure whether it's normal for all the people, but I think it's not good for our Dhamma practice. So once you know that you are feeding your ego so often, then you just know that this is our habit. It is not. It is just a habit to feed the ego like this. It's not. You don't need to blame yourself to have such bad habits, but you just detach from it. It's not me. Once you know that from such a non-self perspective, then it stops. So every time when you are aware that you are doing this, and just know it and detach from it. The reason is not important. It is already the facts, right? It's a fact that you are having such habits, and you understand that such habit is unskillful for the cultivation of Dhamma. So when we know that, then we can choose to not to continue it. That is from the decision of our wisdom. When we know it's unskillful, then just stop it. Yes, yeah. But the best way is to know that it is not about you. It's not you and not belong to you. It is the nature working like this, the habits working like this, and you stop to reinforce it. What we need to do is simply to stop reinforcing it, and we don't need to stop it directly. But when you start reinforcing it, that means you are not interested in it. Then naturally you fade out. Okay. Any more questions? Okay, Sally.
In respect to Ajahn, can you hear me?
Yes.
It's interesting that after sharing the merits, my habitual tendency of asking questions arise. But at that time, Ajahn guide us, we should not do anything. I mean, with the self perspective, trying to with the Dhamma perspective. Then my mind changed to, okay, I'm not going to raise my hands. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let other people ask first. because all other people, if they get Dhamma from Ajahn, I feel so happy for them because the Dhamma is growing. It is growing. And then I always observe in my mind, and at the end, Ajahn just mentioned, when we observe our habitual tendency, then we are able, then it's naturally will stop. But I didn't find my intention want to ask the question stop. Even I know it's a habitual tendency, it's not self.
So
what I want to say is, and I realize Ajahn just mentioned, if we observe the habitual tendency and find it's not beneficial, it's not, we are not interested in it, then we will give up. And I know that the reason I didn't give up because I feel from Ajahn's answer, I get aspiration a lot of times, and I really benefit from it, and I change myself. So that's why I cannot give up.
okay, that's good. Actually, all our problems come from our self-identification first. So if we can know things from the perspective of Dhamma, then that means we see things as the nature itself. There's no self and no owner to all these things. When we can observe from this perspective, then there's no self-identification. Then there has no suffering too. So everything that happens are just the natural phenomenon. And when we don't identify or don't connect ourselves to anything, then nothing can move the mind. The mind is the nature. So if we can keep such natural awareness, we don't need to do anything. And when you understand that all the problems come from the ego, come from the self-identification, and then we understand the Four Noble Truths. Okay.
So that means when I'm observing, the habitual tendency of asking questions arise, but I still choose to ask questions. I know it's because I cannot stop this habitual tendency. However, for example, if just now Ajahn don't ask if anyone, is there anyone other have questions? If Ajahn don't ask this and then the meeting stop, I know it's all happens based on nature too. So I won't be suffering. Is that right?
Yeah. See, if there's no need for you to ask questions, then just keep silence. Self-inquiry is more important than asking someone outside. Right? You have to answer for yourself. You are the best guru of yourself.
Okay. Yeah, Ajahn, thank you so much. And the second thing is I want to repent. And as 1 month ago, I already mentioned I would like to repent. However, every time I use the 2 quarters, so I don't dare to repent, take too much time. And right now, I just want to repent on Ajahn in the past, now in the future, if there's any bodily, mindly, or verbally offenses to Ajahn, please forgive me. I think before, because of the habitual tendency of asking questions, I make myself very big. Like big than Ajahn or other participants. I realized it's not that good.
Okay. Okay, I understand. I accept.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn, and anyone else. Please forgive me for any offense I've done. I'm changing myself. I think I'm really changing a lot. Not a lot, but I'm satisfied with what I all have learned with Ajahn. I think it's made me from a person very self-centered and very want to control to a person always come to the nature and to not wanting this Nama Rupa anymore. And if it feels really, I think it's the base, it's the essential one for meditation. So this is very important aspirations. Thank you for all. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, Karen. Yes. Huh? You forget? Okay, then just forget it. Okay, any more questions? If no more question, then we can end here. Good night.
Thank you.
Sally, are you raising your hand?
Yes, Ajahn, I had,
I can't hear.
just, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry, I just have something I want to say about in today's meditation. At one moment, I feel very strange that I feel everything is fake, and I feel when I'm thinking, I feel I'm crazy, and I feel in the past, and it's very strange. It reminds me all the fault I have done and all the sufferings I've made to myself and other people, and I feel a lot of how to say, basing karuna arise. When that arises, it inspire me that I want to meditation better so I can end my self-suffering, and then meanwhile other people can too. My question is when I remind in the past the suffering I made to myself and others, it's very emotional. Like it made me want to cry, but it also gave me a lot of strength, energy to meditate. To meditate. So should I always remind myself the suffering part for the 激励
just come
but
back
at the
to
same time it's
moment.
make
Come back to the present moment. Stop thinking. All thinkings.
okay.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night.